Welcome to Trading Nation. I'm Brian Sullivan. Matt Maley of Miller Tabak, David Seaburg of Cowen and Company are your guests today. And let's talk about Apple, guys. Apple getting a downgrade from Nomura Instinet. The stock a little bit weaker today. But Matt Maley, you think that's a reflection of the downgrade or a reflection of the charts?
Well, I mean, it's funny. The fact that it's down less than 1%, it tells you something, because the stock is bouncing up against its resistance level, a near-term resistance level, its November highs. And so usually when you do that and you get some negative news, it can really fall out of bed. But that hasn't happened at all. And, you know, we have this stock on a technical basis. You look at it, the stock's had several times where it's rallied strongly, moved in a sideways channel here for 2 months, and then broken out again. Well, sure enough, we're in a 2-month sideways channel. We're bumping up against the top of that range. And if it can break out from here, that's going to create some at least short-term momentum money. But you also have to look at what longer-term guys as they move into the beginning of the year. I mean, what are they going to be buying here as they move into the beginning of the year? A lot of them are worried about the FANG stocks and will they be able to hold up? But with them all near their all-time highs, they have to own them. And what one do you want to own the most? Well, why not the cheapest one, which is Apple? 19 times earnings is by far the cheapest stock in the group. And, of course, they put off a lot of cash. So
there you go.
You got a lot of impetus. If the market doesn't correct, you could see this stock move up to the 190, 200 level in January at some point.
Oh, if the market, there is a variable there. If the market doesn't correct, yeah. David Seaburg, obviously Matt Maley and Miller Tabak like Apple to its core. What about, sorry about that. What about Cowen and Company, your analyst views? Are you a buyer or a seller or just nothing on Apple?
Well, I'll give you my view. I mean, I like Apple. I think for at least a trade here for another 2 quarters or so, unless they can really ramp up that services side of the revenue component, which is roughly 13% now, they need to figure out what the next thing is there. So I look at it and say this super cycle we're seeing from the upgrade of the new iPhone, it's going to last, and it'll last and show up in numbers for the next 2 quarters or so. So I think the stock can work at least for the near term, to 190, 200 bucks, and then you probably take it off the table unless they do something significant here, again, from the services side. They need to make some sort of acquisition. They need to make some real major strides there in order to really offset the iPhone revenue decay, if you will, once this upgrade super cycle is over, because there is really not much looking forward from that perspective. So, again, I like it here at least for the next 2 quarters, 190, 200 bucks, I'd take it off the table.
Okay, bullish run there. Unless we get to that, near 200, we'll have you back on and see if you guys are still saying the same thing. David Seaburg, right. Matt Maley looking at Apple. We appreciate it, folks. Thank you, as always, for watching Trading Nation. I'm Brian Sullivan. We'll see you next time.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.